The arena pulsed with noise, a living, breathing storm of anticipation. Under the bright lights stood Fernando, El Feroz Vargas, the Aztec warrior, a former world champion fighting not just an opponent, but the weight of expectation. Across from him, Ricardo El Matador Mayorga leaned casually against the ropes, smirking as boos rained down. He thrived in hostility. Three-time world champion, street brawler mentality, a man who turned chaos into strategy. When the bell rang, there was no patience, no respectful feeling-out process. Mayorga exploded forward with wild, looping shots from impossible angles. Vargas answered with a digging body punch, trying to ground the fight in fundamentals. But Mayorga refused structure. A sweeping left hand cracked Vargas clean. Then came the right uppercut, short, violent, precise. Vargas staggered. The crowd gasped. Seconds later, a right hand split the guard and sent Vargas crashing to the canvas in the very first round. Mayorga strutted to his corner, waving to the crowd as if the night were already finished. Vargas rose before the count ended, eyes steady but legs uncertain. The opening round belonged to Mayorga, and he made sure everyone knew it. Yet there was something unshaken in Vargas' expression as he returned to his stool, a quiet fury building beneath the surface. The war had only just begun, and pride would not let him fall quietly. Round 2 began with Mayorga pressing again, throwing punches in bunches, daring Vargas to match his madness. His shots came from strange angles, chopping rights, sneaky uppercuts, clubbing hooks. Vargas' legs betrayed him more than once, wobbling as he backed toward the ropes. But then something shifted. Vargas banged his gloves together and stepped forward, signaling he was ready to fight fire with fire. A stiff jab pierced Mayorga's guard. A left hook to the body dug deep. The crowd roared as Vargas began to find rhythm in the chaos. By round 3, the Aztec warrior was timing his counters better. He slipped inside and landed a sharp right hand that snapped Mayorga's head back. For the first time, the Matador blinked. Round 4 became a statement. Vargas dug downstairs, then came upstairs with a crunching right that echoed through the arena. Mayorga answered with relentless volume, but the momentum had shifted. Blood began to trickle from a cut near Vargas' eye, opened by a punch, adding another layer of urgency. Still, Vargas pressed on, energized by chants cascading from the stands. 2 rounds apiece. The early knockdown still loomed large, but Vargas had clawed his way back into the fight. The war was no longer one-sided. It was raw, violent, and balanced on a razor's edge. As the fight moved into the middle rounds, fatigue began whispering in both corners. Mayorga attacked the body with malicious intent, digging hooks into Vargas' ribs, trying to sap what remained of his legs. Several times, Vargas' knees dipped beneath him, but he refused to surrender ground. Instead, he answered with heavy counters, short right hands inside, left hooks that thudded against Mayorga's jaw. The exchanges were brutal, neither man willing to take a backward step. Mayorga showboated between combinations, inviting Vargas to trade, grinning even after absorbing clean shots. But this was no reckless brawl. There was control in Mayorga's aggression, a measured chaos. By round 7, the crowd sensed the fight tightening. Vargas, more flat-footed now, had to inch forward carefully, while Mayorga bounced in and out with surprising spring. A clash of heads added more tension. Body shots landed. Sweat and blood flew under the lights. Each round felt like it could swing either way. Judges' cards were tightening, the early 10-8 rounds still haunting Vargas' comeback effort. Yet every time he unleashed a flurry, the arena erupted, believing their warrior might still turn the tide. It was a battle of endurance now, a test of whose will would break first. Neither man showed it. Both carried the scars of the rounds, but the fire still burned in their eyes. Entering the championship rounds, the fight felt dangerously close. Vargas needed something big to erase the shadow of that first-round knockdown. Mayorga, sensing control, fought with a composed confidence. Then in the 11th round, just as Vargas seemed poised to steal momentum, Mayorga struck. A sudden right hand crashed through Vargas' defense. Down went the Aztec warrior once more. The bell saved him, but his legs trembled walking back to the corner. Everything now came down to the final 3 minutes. The 12th round opened with tension thick in the air. Vargas pressed forward, not reckless, but determined. He threw to the body, searched for one last dramatic moment. Mayorga, bouncing lightly, countered sharply and kept his composure. The exchanges were fierce, but the Matador appeared stronger down the stretch. In the closing seconds, another sharp combination sent Vargas stumbling as the bell rang. Mayorga dropped to his knees in celebration, convinced he had done enough. Moments later, both fighters stood center ring, battered but proud. The announcer's voice cut through the noise. Majority decision, Ricardo El Matador Mayorga. Cheers and boos collided in the arena. For Vargas, it was a painful ending, perhaps the last chapter of a proud career. For Mayorga, it was vindication. A night where chaos met courage and the Matador walked away victorious.